All right, this is video 6, and the topic is product categorization. So Ken, we know that product categorization can be very challenging to industrial companies because for many, they just haven't had to think about selling their products that way. So describe the user experience you think customers are expecting when they browse through categories to get to a product.
First, Kris, video 6, are we really on number 6 already? You just said that. I was like, wow, this is great. All right, so navigation and product categorization are two inherently related terms inside of manufacturers and industrial distributors that often get intertwined that I'd like to see if we can pull apart a little bit.
Sure.
So when we talk about product categorizations, literally just think about that product tab down, and there's a term that you might hear over the course of your own transformations, and it's taxonomy. Taxonomy is the same thing as product categorizations. But what's really key here is that those product categories that you're presenting to customers need to be outside in focused, not inside out, not how the acquisition of the new product line that you just picked up used to call things. How do customers talk about this and think about this? And most importantly, the real key here is to make sure you're building up product categories that are not brand specific, because a lot of people are going to be coming into your website, don't know your brands, and certainly don't know the variant ways that all of the different acquiring organizations that you've grown over the course of time call and categorize things.
Yep, I agree with that. When we're advising and coaching customers, we really try to get them to think about the product in the way that their customer would think about the product. And you have to fully engage yourself in the shoes of the customer to think about how they would browse, because I kind of look at categorization as browsing. This is typically when they're not using your search tool, they're actually going through. That's what that taxonomy is that they're browsing through these different categories to get to the place where they think the solution for their problem is. So talk about where things usually go wrong for B2B companies.
Well, Kris, you just said something that's a really important point, is that the type of individual that's going to be using your product categorization to navigate and find product are the ones that don't already have a part number, right? Right. If they have a part number, they're going to be using your search tool, which we covered in a different video. Those that are using your product categories to seek and identify product, guess what that means? You're probably higher in the buying process. Guess what that means? You have a huge opportunity. You have a huge opportunity to streamline a really arduous, time-intensive part of their process by helping them seek and identify the right product that fits their application and engineering specs soonest. And when they click on that products tab down, a lot of the best practices that you see in industrial today steal shamelessly. You know those websites and who's done it right. They're the ones that have already funded. What are the names of the categories that most people identify product with? You can use all of that same knowledge and expertise and bake it into your own product catalog so you can attach your parts and your attributes to make it easiest for customers.
That's right. Yeah, and I think about categorization that's come a long way in automotive products is aces and pies. So if you're out there and you're thinking about how does categorization apply to my business, if you know anything about aces and pies or want to research it, it's a great place to understand how automotive has made it standardized and easy for people to go work through categories of products. So let's leave our audience today with some actionable things that they can take away here to help them with categorization.
Start with focusing on your attributes. Start there. You've got a lot of different attributes. You got to get those cleaned up. And then most importantly, rolled up under a meaningful product category that customers are going to be searching for products that fit their need and solution. One of the other tips, I just mentioned, go out to the web, go out to the leading industrial B2B marketplaces, if you will, that may have segment specialties in what your company specializes in. Identify those sites, look at how they categorize and filter and sort very diverse product catalogs, and apply some of that same knowledge within your own experiences. Because remember, these engineers that are coming to the manufacturer's website to find the product they need, their expectations are being set by the more B2C focused marketplace experiences that are out there today. So focus on making sure that you're tuning your website that meet the expectations of those customers by having meaningful brand agnostic product categories, but most importantly, meaningful, deep attributes that filter and sort through a lot of different part numbers, because that's what customers want. They want to filter out 99.9% of the part numbers that are available on your website to get the one that's meaningful to them.
Great. Great advice. Thank you, Ken.
Thanks, Kris.
Until next time.